an NFC will clash at U.S. Bank Stadium. It's the Steelers on the road against the Vikings, and it's coming up next.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Cousins on first down. He'll dump this off to Cook. Oh, nice move. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Melvin Ingram in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. The start less than ideal as they already face a second and long. And he's going to go down again. Robert Spillane. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Taking on the midfield logo. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So the Steelers now in great shape to begin their initial possession. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. Well, look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. Just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long run. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick... Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Brings up the 3rd down. Here's Cousins. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Melvin Ingram in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. And taken at the 46. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the draw, it's Harris. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's 3rd year, playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 60 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They hand this off to Harris. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was the rookie, Najee Harris, who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. We'll check on his status when we get back. On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Throwing, Cousins. A throw for Westbrook, but it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Boswell for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary in that last possession, though.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And that is incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Melvin Ingram in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll work his way forward up to the 22. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 33. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice.
This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the route is on here in this first half.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
We got this. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down, Cousins. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. First down, here's Cousins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
To throw again on 2nd down, Cousins. And this throw incomplete. Defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On third down, Cousins. He's going to air one out. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And some room to maneuver. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Extra point now by Boswell. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
That's a tremendous start to the third quarter. These guys had their foot on the gas the entire first half. They continue to keep the accelerator down.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. Fights through, and now a crease. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Anyone who watched Najee Harris at Alabama knows the kind of strength that this guy runs with, and he's continuing on that path here at the next level.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Here we go. Take over first and 10.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. His throw incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Check. 41's the mic.
Cousins. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Tershawn Wharton in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 36. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Wiggles free, brushing off defenders. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 147 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On the give, this is Harris. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
2nd and inches.
On the delay, here's Harris. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris taking it in from 11 yards out. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was the rookie, Najee Harris, who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll run on 1st down. It's Harris. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
On 1st down, Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, 26 yards. And the Steelers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Devin Bush just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Osborne. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken right around the 44. 35 yards that time on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, 51 yards. And the Steelers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Cameron Hayward, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Melvin Ingram in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. On 3rd down, it's Cook. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll run on 1st down. It's Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They run again with Harris. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Harris. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. On second down now, it's Harris. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Boswell for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was the rookie, Najee Harris, who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
Alex Highsmith able to get him for a loss of about 3.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Now Cousins. Over the middle, complete. That's Osborne.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Cousins now to throw on first down.
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins.
Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify.
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And this belongs to the Vikings. And great effort. Does he get burned for that? And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at it.
That's our ball, baby.
After review of the play, going on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Fighting through and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Oh, yeah, this is a ball game.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you what, Charles, this